We call animals animals, but really they're sentient beings. They feel like we feel. These animals here behind me, they mourn. They feel pain. They feel embarrassed. They feel all a range of emotions that we can feel. And it's humbling at times to work with these guys and get a glimpse into what actually is instead of what we think it is. Hi, my name is Sheridan. I am the founder of Storybook Farm, Primate Sanctuary in Sunderland, Ontario. Storybook Farm began in approximately 1997 when I started doing research into various things such as animal testing, and then I also began looking at the issues of animals in Canada, and more importantly the exotic animal trade in Canada. I went to auctions and saw how animals were being auctioned off, and from there I decided that I was going to get involved and start making a difference. My background with animals is I've always had love for animals, and that love expanded as an adult. After I raised my children, I started schooling myself via the internet, and then my knowledge base expanded. Primates can live up to 40 somewhat years, and if they're in Canada and in bad situations, that can be 40 years of a horrible living condition. Razzle, who you have here now, comes to mind. She is a ring-tailed lemur who came to us through a dealer. There she goes. Come on, Raz. Come on, Raz. If I come to you. We were offered a male and a female ringtail. When we got there, the male lemur was already dead, and I remember the dealer taking the dead lemur out of the cat carrier that they were being contained in. And as I was talking with him, I could see Razzle's little hands try and come through the mesh of the cat carrier to try and grab at her dead partner. And she was frantic to get him. And I knew that whatever he had died from, the possibility of illness was great, and that most likely she was infected as well with whatever he had. So I asked the man to put the male back in with Razzle to comfort her, and we brought her home, and she mourned him for a couple of days until she became so sick that she could no longer mourn him. And with Razzle, we had to feed her. We had to hand feed her every 2 hours for I think the first week. She was that ill, and so it was hard. And she came close to dying as well. They suffer, and they can suffer horrendous, in horrendous situations. They can get boredom-associated behaviors. They can self-mutilate. They can have breakdowns, emotional breakdowns. And so for me, it was an easy one. I want to help that. I want to make it better. We're trying to help, change the lives of exotics in Canada. We don't necessarily believe in animals in cages. I would rather have all of these animals to be free, if you could say it that way. But the sad reality here is that these guys can't be free because they're captive bred, and so they don't know what the wild is like. If they were released, they would die because they wouldn't know how to forage for food. They wouldn't know how to protect themselves against predators. So they're caught in this caged world, if you will. Why did you put this right here? Goof? Hey? Goofy? Sanctuary is different. We take a 12 by 12 enclosure and we try and inject fun. We try and inject excitement. We try and inject life. We try and inject happiness. And you do that in a variety of different ways. You can change up their enclosure to provide interesting things to intrigue them, things for them to play with, for them to figure out. We try and provide a good feeding program where the food is not simply nourishment, it's something fun. So we have approximately 35 to 40 weekly volunteers, and then I would say about 200 yearly volunteers.
Oh, a nice new basket of food. How great is that? Yes, Darwin, you're next.
And there are things that our caregivers do to help provide excitement and life into these enclosures.
Yes, you're a good boy.
We have zookeepers here, and then we have people who have passions for primates. So we have a variety of different people. We have some people that have no experience with primates at all, but they've got the heart for it. They've got the willpower. They come here to learn. That was the excitement of the day. What? I haven't done any meds. So in the wintertime, dinner like tonight, corn on the cob is on the menu for tonight, and that's always exciting. Some days we do spaghetti. We do humanize the food somewhat. I guess I gotta do a Costco run soon.
This is nice, like more trail mixy kind of stuff.
What's that?
Some more trail mixy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with the dried fruit, they do love those.
Everybody likes peanuts here, so peanuts are always on the menu. Those are what I call everyday things. You have to have a little bit of those every day.
That won't be in the sweet peas there.
It's done.
We had a bear of a time getting them out.
And then dinner itself is presented differently. One night it might be in a bowl, one night it might be in a paper bag, because in a paper bag it's very interesting. That they're going to be coming out.
Yeah, and they don't have to stay out for long. I'm just going to top that up, and I want to measure that too.
So you can see the scars on Boo's head really good. We're looking, it's all right. Darwin came to us, I think, approximately 2 years ago. Darwin was he was seized by Toronto Animal Service. He was located in the IKEA parking lot in Toronto. Animal Services seized him, and then he was relinquished to them, and they gave him to us. And that followed, or what followed after that was a rather lengthy lawsuit where we were sued, and eventually we won in court, and Darwin became the property of Storybook. hear that, are you? Oh, no, you're Let's go get Sheridan. We did this last night too. Between me and him, and one of us had to leave.
Yeah.
Darwin has his people that he likes. He has some people that he doesn't like. Darwin likes to be groomed or touched, and he likes to touch. He likes to groom his people, and we've had several animals that like that. They like another, touch. It's almost like a partnership where he knows what to expect out of me, I know what to expect out of him. We never vary from it, and it's a cooperation in order to do certain things around here. They're no different than us. Humans tend to think that because we have language, that we are the smartest being, and that we should have dominion over all animals. And we're really no different than them. We all have a right on this planet.